Okay. Welcome back. This is on my personal page, guys, so hopefully this will be easy to do. Usually I do this on my Facebook page, but I will see how this is different in a lot of senses. Let me see if I can add people. I'm gonna add. Add, invite. Oh, look, I can invite people. Look at this. I can invite a whole bunch of people I know. Look at this. I'm just going to invite a whole bunch of people. I'm just going to invite everybody. Because this is a very interesting topic, and I want every fucking person that I know to listen to what I have to say about this topic, because it's a good topic. Let's see who pops in. I'm just scrolling down, guys, on my invite list, because when you do this Facebook Live, you can invite tons of people, which is really cool. I'm glad you're here, Mike, because you need to fucking listen to this too. And I really hope that it touches your heart just as much as I see you navigate your day to day. And so this is all an experiment, obviously, guys. And stick around for like the next couple of minutes. I want to get into this topic. Once my main man Blake gets on here, we're going to really hammer in on these topics of failure and doing, and why this is so incremental to your success for whatever you want for yourself. Why it is so pivotal for what you want in your life. You know, creating, doing, failing, learning, repeating that all over and over again until you have figured out and have you have enough compounded value to get out of the threshold of where you are. Very important. And so yeah, I'm still inviting people. So guys, just bear with me if you're watching this. I'm inviting a fuck ton of people that are on this invite friends list. And hey, it's Chloe. I have family here. Everybody's here. I want everybody to come in, listen to what I have to say about this topic. So guys, bear with me. And hey, if you guys have any questions about what I'll be talking about, by all means, this is a conversation that I want to have with everybody, because you know it's the topic of today, because a lot has changed just today. And when you think about everything that happens day to day in each other's lives, you know, we're not really in each other's lives on the micro level, right? Only we are present in our lives on a micro level, meaning we only know what's going on with our lives one little segment at a time. And it's really important that we kind of expand out and understand the bigger picture sometimes, understand the macro concepts of a crappy day versus a fantastic day. You know, and what's the difference between the two? The only difference between a crappy day and a fantastic day is that when you're in a crappy day, you're actually learning a lot more. When you're getting good news and you're getting good things like coming your way, you're not learning as much as you are being able to appreciate them. So it's two different courses that you're taking. I would have to say that I'd rather look towards days to fail and kind of analyze and deconstruct what's going on and how I can improve, rather than just have a whole bunch of rather than have a whole bunch of situations where I have gotten good results from. And you know, it's nice to have those good results, but it's also better to know what you're doing wrong. And I think a lot of people really don't realize that when you my brother from another mother, it's really important. No, but seriously, it's really important that we kind of take for granted. And I think a lot of people joining this call would understand what I'm talking about when I talk about how there's so many people who are, you know, staying within their boundaries. They're not really pursuing. They're not reaching out of your comfort. This month has been literally the month of me meeting people who are not ready to venture out of their comfort zone. And you know, it's very upsetting, because I want so much, like, for these individuals, and I wanted to do so many collaborations with so many different people this month. You know, I mean, people that I've reached out to, and there's people that I was going to onboard to my team, my business, and people just ended up not working out. for whatever reason. You can really tell when you're in that position who really wants to move forward with their life and who doesn't, who's willing to take up opportunity. And it may not necessarily be in the sense of like, yes, they have probably all these skills, right? They may have all these skills and they may have the talent, but at the end of the day, it's really all about mindset. And so you can be the most like talented person in like the whole world, but when it comes to your mindset and taking opportunity and taking risk, and risk really isn't risk. It's really just, risk is really just like a probability that something may happen in the sense of benefit versus, in terms of reward versus something that's failing. And you just learn from either way. So risk is really a win-win. It's never a lose, even though, maybe financially it may be a loss. But when you really honestly think about it, if you are not taking a step back every time you fail or do and realize what you did right or wrong, then you need to have a different mindset coming into these different situations, right? You need to really kind of understand, let's just say I fucked up, right? And let's just say that you want to move forward in a certain situation, but a lot of people will get wrapped up in different, I guess you could say, mindsets or cycles. And this is something that I've always seen while I've been coaching, is that you have individuals who, for whatever reason, repeat the same cycles. And so when I work with people like this, it's really interesting because when you bring up and you present the very thing that they're going through over and over again, they're so used to it. It's just so habitual that they don't even realize that it's either not even an issue, but they're just not very cognizant of what's going on. And so what you have is a lot of people who are not operating in the sense of wanting to get out of the thresholds that they exist in, but they're really looking to kind of maintain the status quo within the garbage that they're fulfilling in their own life. And so it's kind of like everybody is like their own individual planet, and orbiting around each individual planet is a certain amount of garbage and waste, right? And you can kind of see it in the sense of like the planets have control over how much garbage is orbited around these planets called people and their life. And so a lot of people, and the idea, or I actually use this example a lot easier. I'll use a different metaphor. Imagine there's a table, and on the table is like a huge, massive glass tank, but there's only so much water that this glass tank can have poured into it before it breaks the glass table underneath it. And that's what people are doing throughout their day-to-day lives. They're actually maintaining the garbage or the amount of water within that glass tank before it would actually shatter and break the table underneath it. And so when you really take a look at our lives on a micro level, it's interesting to see how people juggle their crap and don't want to move out of that space, and that keeps them from moving forward or from failing. A lot of people hold themselves back from failing. Meanwhile, like my life, I've just always failed and learned, done and learned, and that is giving me more hey guys, I have no idea what had just happened. That was really strange. That was really hold on guys. That was really strange. My phone ended up overheating somehow, and I don't know how that happened. So my bad on that side. So I'm gonna try and avoid that in the future. But anyway, so I forgot what I was saying, to be honest. Oh shoot, there's just so many people on this friends list right here. But anyway, so I hope what I was saying was resonating with you guys. I think that a lot of people withhold their future just from the fact of, I'm just gonna lower down this window. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, but I'm just gonna try and fix this whole heating. My phone literally overheated. I don't know how this happened. But so what I want to do is I want to invite everybody back. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna do this all over again. So anyway, what I really want everybody to... Oh shit. Yeah. There we go. Everybody. Anyway, I think it's really important for people to think about how you kind of navigate life, and are you really putting yourself on autopilot more than you are doing? You know, are you really kind of turning yourself off in terms of, you know, I'm going to turn a blind eye to what I should be doing versus being comfortable and lethargic or complacent to how I am living my day to day. That's what I consider to be really important. As you both should as well. You know, when it comes to failure, you know, throughout my whole life, like I was saying earlier, failure is hard, you know, because we're like intrinsically taught to kind of perceive failure as I guess failure is bad because, you know, society doesn't really reflect on failure positively. But I mean, you know, every day you're going to have like plus and minus kind of going. Like, I kind of envision every day to day as like a stock, as like kind of like a stock ticker, right? Let's just say we take a look. Like, if you log on to any time, like on the Eastern Coast from 9:30 to 4 o'clock, and you chime into Apple APPL, and you look at the APPL ticker, which is Apple, you know, you're gonna see Apple going up and down, and you know, that could stress a lot of people out. But guess what? On a very extreme level, that's what everybody's lives kind of look like. And that's very interesting to me because, you know, I feel like the stock market is really only a personified or extreme version of what somebody's day-to-day is like. And I mean, for me, like the stock market and trading, that's really fascinating to me. I don't get stressed out about it much. But there is like this overwhelming kind of or underlying idea that we are kind of really creating this fallacy, or we're trying to put ourselves in this like different kind of mindset, or really trying to not really think about what's really going on in life or our lives. And I actually really wanted to invite Blake. I don't know where he went. So yeah, I guess my question to you guys would be, where do you see yourself in terms of failure and doing? Do you think you're failing enough? Do you think you're doing enough? Do you think that you are kind of living a complacent lifestyle? And if so, how is that? And if not, how is that? Right? I think we really kind of have to introspect and analyze our own lives and see if we are, or we are doing what we want to be doing. Are we walking the path that we want to walk with all its failures and successes? Not just successes, because successes, again, you can only learn so much from them, right? They're like winning the war, or they're like successes are like mini battles. And so, like any mini battle, you can only celebrate it for so long before another one will show up. And so you got to appreciate the victory for what it is, re-strategize, regroup, do what you have to do, innovate maybe, because maybe the next battle, the opposing side, right, in this metaphor, will know kind of like your current angle, and so you got to adjust it a little bit to throw off the life or universe in this sense. You got to throw off universe every little battle it throws at you, right? And every time, and I tell this to so many different people, you wake up and it's you versus the universe, it's you versus life, and you know, that's pretty much it. You know, you either win or you lose against the universe. And when I mean win or lose, it's really just a matter of how you you kind of view life and the universe and your situations and how you perceive them. It's really you versus your own mindset, and you will lose if you think that there is a negative or a positive. Once you get into like a dualistic standpoint of how the world operates, and like you succumb to, oh, this happened to me today, or that happened to me today, or I'm just having a bad luck kind of day, then you've lost. But if you can go and lay down in your bed and deconstruct the day and say, I lost my job, but you know what? I need this free time to do what I need to do to get into a better position. And so every failure is really a bounce forward, or really kind of like a resistance, or a taking in of the resistance to springboard you up to a different position. And that position is just going to be totally different upon how you view it. Like, let's just say you get into a car accident. There's really not much that comes good out of a car accident, but within every situation you have to accept it and move along. And it's not really in terms about just accepting it, but it's about learning from it in however way you can. In my life, I've just kind of accepted experiences, learned what I can from them, and just so not in a sense I can not repeat them, but things just like they tend not to repeat when you learned the lesson within that situation. And I feel like as long as you're going moment to moment, learning from every failure, every experience, it's really hard, and especially if you can try and attempt to be very self-aware within the micro moments of learning from every situation, good and bad, failure and success, failure or success, then I believe that you will move very fast. You will move very swiftly, because you're moving, yes, but at the same time you are committing to receiving that information. A lot of people aren't. Like I said, like, you can never give advice to somebody. You can only kind of give back what they're giving to you. And so if somebody's being negative, the only thing you can give back to that person is the representation of the negative that they're giving you. And so if somebody calls you a jerk and you say, hey, well, you know what, you're a jerk, right? Then they'll probably respond, wait, I'm not a jerk. And then, like, that's pretty much it. Then they'll probably get the picture. If not, then they'll just kind of wander around, and that's pretty much it. Like, they'll just kind of like think about it or contemplate it, or maybe they won't. Everybody's in a different kind of space, and everybody goes through different things. So it's really important to know that. I think it's really important to kind of see not the static version of failure and experiences, because I feel like a lot of people see it in a very static way, right? They see experiences in failing in terms of, like, just experiences that happen, and I feel like people forget to connect these things, like connect failure and experiences to real-time experiences. And so I feel like people forget to be real-time within these situations, as in like presence, as in like being present with a failure, or being present with an experience that happens and being able to adjust to that experience. And that's really all I have to say about that, guys. If you like this video, please comment down below. I guess I'm just gonna have to start doing these Facebook ones, because I can't share and invite people through the Facebook page. So make sure you do look at my Facebook page. This will probably be uploaded to my YouTube channel, guys. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, by all means, would really appreciate it. Probably help you out some if you like this kind of content. If you want to follow my life, again, I would totally love to have you on the journey, and I will just see you next time.